Hey everybody, welcome to Enliven Wellness. My name is Tessa Gurley and I'm super excited to be here. This is where you learn how to heal yourself with empowering, effective, and practical techniques. First of all, thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for sharing these videos. Thank you for commenting and again, engaging in the dialogue. I love my audience, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Make sure you click on the little bell next to subscribe so that you get notifications for when I go live. I use it and I'm going to use it more. So I love all of you out there, and there is hope. Okay? So what am I talking about today? I was inspired by a couple of my clients this week and a couple of people who've reached out. Here are the top 3 things you can do if you're still living in a moldy home or environment that will help you regardless. Because here's the reality, everybody. And this is controversial in the mold world, but I am totally down to be the bearer of good news. Well, and you might hear it as bad news. You are never going to live in a mold-free environment. It doesn't exist. To think that it does is an illusion. You're going to be exposed to mold for the rest of your life. That's the reality. It's just inevitable. I prefer to not live in a bubble, okay? And I don't think that many of you out there want to live in a bubble. So let's be really clear. Mold, I'm not saying it's awesome, but the problem is not the mold. And I'm having a really amazing practitioner come on my channel for an interview very soon to talk about just that. Okay? This is not just my opinion, this is the opinion of many other senior practitioners that I'm gathering evidence for, because I am out here to speak up for the community who's been affected by mold, SIRS, Lyme, all of you people who have been told that you're broken. You're not. And to expect that you're going to live in a mold-free environment, again, is an illusion. So what is healing actually about? Getting your body more resilient. And most importantly, rewiring your nervous system. So if you're still living in a moldy environment, there's still hope. And here are my top 3 things that you can do, even if you're still living in a moldy environment, to super help your situation. So, what is number 1? Numero uno. My regular viewers probably know this, but meditate. Meditate. Now why? And I mean being present, I mean practicing mindfulness. If you're into prayer. But meditation, taking time to calm down. Shout out to Teresa about calming down. No freakouts. So, let me explain. When you meditate, pray, get present, practice mindfulness, you learn how to calm your amygdala. Now, what is your amygdala? It is the center of fear, which triggers the hypothalamus to start to say, oh God. So a lot of you have probably heard of the HPA axis. Hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, aka fight or flight system. Okay? When you're in the fight or flight mode, your body is not in recovery and you are in a state of inflammation. And what does SIRS stand for? Chronic inflammatory response syndrome. Inflammation is truly at the root of everything that you're suffering from. And it's a cellular, let's be clear, cellular inflammation. So if you're stressed out, you're creating more inflammatory cytokines that are floating through your system, and inflammatory cytokines are the things that are creating your symptoms in the first place. So the more you're in fight or flight, the more inflammatory cytokines you have floating around your system, and the crappier you're going to feel. So I mean it legitimately. Chill out. Chill out. Meditate. I have a lot of techniques that I teach about how to meditate because people are like, oh my God, I can't meditate. I will help you. Okay, again, if you want some individual coaching or group coaching, we can totally do that. All right, but that is, I'll teach you those things. Meditate, thing number 1. Thing number 2, clean up your diet. Like legitimately. You can't expect to heal or get better if you're eating crap food and frankenfood. It's not gonna happen. You've gotta eat real food. And by real, I mean things that were produced by nature. Okay, nothing in packages, no sugar. I'm a big proponent of the ketogenic diet. There's a lot of amazing therapeutic benefits to this way of eating, especially for people with Lyme and mold and SIRS and all of this. And some people might disagree with me. That's okay. My opinion is keto. Okay, I've been on multiple different eating plans throughout my life. Ketogenic works the best for me and it feels great. The people who actually follow it, who are my clients, also do great. There's a lot of research backing its application. So clean up your diet first of all. Eliminate sugars, fruits, and starches, and grains. Okay? Opt for the ketogenic plan. Really. Now, I'm not talking about like the eat the bacon every day, all day ketogenic plan. The kind of keto plan that I teach is a legitimate keto plan, but basically all you want to do is keep your carbohydrates, net carbohydrates, which is carbohydrates minus fiber, to about 20 to 35. Okay? So that's generally where you want to be in order to be ketogenic. But the number 1 things you got to eliminate are the frankenfoods. Okay, you cannot expect to get better if you're eating crap. It's not going to happen. Okay, so that means, again, packaged foods, frankenfood, fast food, out. And yeah, it might be hard, but what's better? Feeling good or maybe eating a pizza? I mean, really, you've got to look at this. Okay? So clean up your diet and, of course, clean up your gut simultaneously. That's a whole other video because that's actually a really detailed process. And that's also, again, what I coach people through is to how to reset your digestion and go back in and rebuild it. But thing number 2, clean up your diet. And thing number 3 is to use the neti pot. It's this cool little teapot thing. Make sure you get one that's ceramic or metal. You'll fill it with filtered water and a half teaspoon or a little bit more of salt. Make sure it's like a real salt or Celtic sea salt. And then you want to just kind of warm the water a little bit, but make sure it's filtered. You don't want any weird other microbes coming up your nose from the faucet, right? It's gross. I actually think that happened to me, so that's a different story. It was nasty. Don't ask. But ex-cocaine addict here, and I've got huge sinuses as a result. I'm 10 years sober. But anyway, so neti pot, and then you can also add some of this stuff called silver, ASAP. The Health Max 30, it's American Biotech Silver is the one that I prefer. I'll put a link for it down below. I love it. Love. And you could put a tablespoon of that stuff in there, or a teaspoon. Some people use that nasal spray. Again, I think going old school and using the neti pot, which has been used for like 5,000 years plus, is the safest and purest bet. And you can use that colloidal silver. It kills marcons. For those of you that know what marcons are, silver kills marcons, okay, legitimately. And you don't need a fancy schmancy spray. Just get some silver, get a neti pot, salt, water, and then do the neti pot. I have a video on my channel of how to use the neti pot. Go look it up. Okay, so anyway, these are my top 3 things that you can do if you're still living in a moldy home or a moldy environment. Number 1, meditate and chill out. Seriously, I'm not trying to sound like an asshole. Really, it's going to help you by leaps and bounds. Little B. Number 2 is to clean up your diet and you heal your gut. Thing number 3, but there's a really specific way to heal your gut, and there are important things to do in terms of diet. But thing number 3, neti pot. So there you have it. I hope this was helpful. As always, I love you. And if you are looking for how to meditate, if you want to know how to clean up your diet, if you want to learn what to eat and how to eat it, I have little hacks, little hacks that I've learned along the way of what to eat, how to eat it. Things that have healed my digestion from being on 14 stomach acid pills per meal to none. No digestive enzymes either. Right? It's super exciting. So with natural solutions and basic lifestyle changes, you can also get there. Trust me. My digestion was like fucked for like 15 years. All right, so like I have experience in this area. The neti pot is a godsend. And if you want to learn more about how to structure things and what you need to do to get better naturally, and you don't have to be on the shoemaker protocol, you don't have to. There are other ways. Then please reach out for coaching down below. Email me with I'm ready and we'll get you started. Some exciting announcements. I'm bringing on Michael King, the owner of Natural Vitality Herbs and Clay. He is coming on my channel for an interview. And I'm also starting to collaborate with North American Herbs and Spice. Yes! And there's a chance that I actually get to talk to Cass Ingram on the phone tomorrow. Anyway, that meeting is happening tomorrow. I'm super excited to start bringing on more interviews and just bringing you guys more information and bringing you more hope. Okay? So thank you so much. I love all of you out there. Have a lovely week. Bye.